What's going on, guys? Chuck in,
Kara.
and we are back once again for the last time for Kara Watches, and we have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. So this is it. This is the end, the climax, the finale, if you will. And it's been a long journey getting to this point. It's been a fun journey, and it got really dark and exciting. I think this was pretty much a lot of from from the very beginning, though, it was like this nonstop. Obviously, picking up right at the end with the after the death of Toby, and and obviously Voldemort waging war on Hogwarts, and then the continuing search for the Horcruxes by your trio of Harry, Ron, Hermione, and just a lot of really feeling like at the end you had a lot of big secrets revealed, a lot of death, as Kara pointed out, a lot of characters didn't make it out of this film, which is sad. Before we go any further, digging any more deeper, what do you think of Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2?
Sad and just a lot of going back, kind of.
What do you mean by going back?
Okay, so in the Chamber of Secrets, Ron and Hermione went back to under the school basically, and they saw the skeleton of the python snake, whatever. And then
because they needed the tooth, it was the one thing that could kill or destroy a Horcrux. So yeah, it was kind of going back to places you knew.
Yeah, and Ron grabbed a python tooth, and then destroyed the Ravenclaw cup.
Yeah,
the Ravenclaw cup.
Anything else?
No, not really.
So yeah, there's a lot of callbacks, and you're definitely pulling back stuff that kind of reference and use throughout this movie. That's kind of the big thing. You going back to the Chamber of Secrets for that. There's the I forget what it's called. The room that is there when you need it. The acquisition or something it comes into play. Something that was used in Order of the Phoenix, the hidden room in Hogwarts that you can't find, but if you need it, it will show up for you. Because that's where the Ravenclaw item is. One of the Horcruxes. Tiara, basically, was one of the Horcruxes. That's where it's found. So that comes back into play. The big thing with this, obviously, is the reveal at the end of Severus Snape's true intentions and motivations throughout this entire series. So, with that being said, because when we first started with Sorcerer's Stone, you said you knew Snape was bad all along and he was a bad guy. Now, at the end, you know what his motivation was. How do you feel about Severus Snape now?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's still kind of hate, still kind of
Watch
not...
your feet, you're kicking the camera.
Still kind of hate and still kind of like not hate.
Okay. We realized everything he was actually trying to protect Harry the entire time. And he was under orders. Spoiler alert, by the way. Again, if you haven't seen this 20-some-year-old movie. He was in love with Harry's mother. He was protecting Harry the whole time, and he was under orders from Dumbledore to do what he did. But he couldn't let him know that's why he had to be, the hard butt that he was. But it's a great reveal to his character, because really you haven't, Snape was prominent really more in the first two films, and he's kind of like here and there until like Half-Blood Prince, and he really show up except a small part in the last movie. But it's good to get that reveal that's hinted at, so it's good to get that, and the whole revelation of the plan, if you will, and what Dumbledore's plan initially was. And you get to return Dumbledore in like the afterworld, speaking in constant riddles, which this is something that gets you about these kind of films, why is it the wise old guys always got to speak in riddles? They can't just give you the answer is straight up and say, hey, you need to do this. No, they have to give you some kind of weird, over extraneous riddle to make you think and take it even more time when you're trying to solve, save the world and want to give you a weird riddle. I never got that. We also get finally the culmination of the Ron Hermione romance. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, really happy.
They get to have their first kiss.
Yeah. I'm really happy because they're meant to be.
All the couples get together.
Jenny and Harry finally kissed for like the third.
Well, they've been snogging a couple times already, but this is the first time that Hermione and Ron finally got to.
Well, they told me at the end of the movie that they're all related because Ron married Hermione and Harry married Ron's sister Jenny.
Mm-hmm. This makes them
like
in-laws.
In-laws.
Yep. It's all in the family. Again, spoiler alert. Sorry.
So basically, you're telling me that their kids are also
cousins.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how that works.
Oh yeah. I have an aunt.
Something I really like too is another character that really got to shine in this film was Neville Longbottom. Mm. Coming from the silly little kid he was, in the first two, really being a hero. Kind of standing up, being a hero in this film, which is really cool. He really got to deliver the death blow to Voldemort, if you will, with taking out Nagini. Which the final Horcrux, which is it's such a great moment. How do you feel about Neville?
I don't know what to say.
She is 10. It's all right.
Pretty.
And he also, he's in love with Luna, so he had to have his moment with her. Yeah. A lot of love stories getting resolved in here. There's a great bit at the beginning where they have to break into the is it Gringotts Bank or whatever to get something out of Bellatrix's vault.
Yeah.
And Hermione has to take the famous what was it, the Polyjuice potion? What it's called?
Yeah, it's called the Polyjuice.
And she, basically get Helena Bonham Carter, with Emma Watson's voice, and it's cute performance how they do that.
Yeah, one thing I learned about the back scenes instead of showing the parts of the movie is that Emma actually had to teach her of what was Bella's actor again?
Helena Bonham Carter. That's her name.
I'm just gonna call her Carter.
That's fine. We know who you're talking about.
So.
And she means behind the scenes, by the way. That took me a second.
So Carter had to teach on.
Emma Watson had to teach Helena Bonham Carter how to do
how to
act like Hermione would. It's just
how to act like Hermione.
Yeah.
Because she's so used to just playing Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yeah, and Helena Bonham Carter, she's a wonderful actress, and she's very known for being wild, crazy character. So it's kind of cool to see her doing the awkwardness of Hermione, which is great. And the dubbing on that obviously comes out really good. It feels really natural. I do like that. See her walking in and kind of tripping and the heel, just not being comfortable in her own skin, which is the opposite of what Helena does. So that something like that's really cute. I want to give a shout out to Ralph Fiennes.
Huh?
He is the actor who plays Voldemort. A wonderful performance. And one thing, this is a little thing that I've always liked about his performance. So the way he holds his wand. He has this thing of holding it underhand and just it's very graceful, very majestic, almost I'm above every one of you. I love that. It's a great little touch. That's the sign of a good actor.
And he's also
yeah, his movements are really good. You tell he's a very stage actor because he's performing. But that kind of thing is the kind of thing that a good actor will find in a part that will make it his own. It's a little nuanced thing.
I'm better than all of you.
Yeah, and it's a great touch how he does that. It's I've always really liked that. So now that well, first of all, how did you feel about the old at the end? We're going to talk at the end, seeing everyone all kind of grown up and.
I hate it. I hate it. They were small children, and now they're like teens in second, third teens, four like grown up, like adults.
So like
in the
young
middle.
Adults, yeah.
Yeah, young adults. 5, like just still young adults. 6.
Well, they're pretty much young adults the whole film. It's a whole series at that point.
Except for 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, they were obviously, especially in the first one. They are little kids. They are like probably about
12 or not.
12 or something like that. They are real little, and that's a great test because this series was about 10 years long. Over a course of 10 years, they got all these movies out, give or take. And so it's really cool to see these three. I mean, all the kid actors throughout the entire series, but especially obviously Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson. Performing, as young kids, which is such a hard thing to do, to perform such a big movie like this as little kids and do it so well and be able to take that and stretch it. And basically, their whole lives are growing up on camera. They don't have a lot of private life. They just everyone's watching them grow on camera, which is the same thing you get for little kids in a television series who last for a long time and watch these kids grow up over years. They don't have a lot of private life, so everyone's seeing them grow up and all. And it's great to see them and how much they
grown up.
They grow up, and only not as obviously kids, but as actors. Because I mean, by the time you're getting to Deathly Hallows, these three are dealing with serious stuff. I mean, it's very high motion. Some they're having to act as guys like Ray Fiennes and Gary Oldman, heavy hitters. And to be able to hold their own is really good. That's a testament to how great actors they are. Even Emma Watson, I think Emma Watson may have been Oscar nominated at one point, not for the Harry Potter, but
she better be.
Not for Harry Potter, but later on, I think she was. I'm not sure. I know she did. She was an Oscar nominated film, but she became I think she's kind of retired or out of the limelight right now. But she was one that really took off and became a great actress. And Daniel Radcliffe got to play Weird Al in the movie, so that's cool.
Huh?
Yeah, he plays Weird Al in a movie about Weird Al's life called Weird. Daniel Radcliffe plays Weird Al Yankovic. It's a funny movie. Very funny movie. Anyway.
The only thing I know about these actors is that they moved on, and that the only thing I know is that Ron is I think still kind of an actor.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Rupert Grint has done. I haven't really seen him in anything mainstream. I think he's probably done a lot more independent stuff.
I'm a regular man.
Yeah. Like I said, out of Daniel did a lot of independent things, a lot more theater. But I think it was really Emma Watson that did it, because Emma Watson was in the live action Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so she was really, I think out of the three, really had the high end, more the high end project, because she also did the oh goodness, the oh my, it's gonna kill me now. I'm not gonna be able to remember. It's about the Little Women. That's what it was. Oscar nominated Little Women a few years back, which was really really good. That adaptation of it. So.
What's Little Women?
It's a book. It became a movie. It's a bunch of sisters growing up, and it's a really really good. I can't give you more than that because I can't really explain it. But Little Women is a classic. It's your mom has seen it. I can't. I'm not going to talk about Harry Potter, but Little Women. It's a class. Again, when you get older, it's something you'll probably want to check out. So, but yeah, it's great to see these three just evolve and as actors and people and it's a wonderful thing. So back to my initial point before we got sidetracked. Now that you sat down and watched this entire series and it's from beginning to end, and now that it's over, how do you feel about it?
I don't like it. I know. I want to keep on going.
Yeah.
Just please be into
That's
100.
Hard. That's the hard thing when you get involved in something like this, is that it has to end. And you don't want it to end. That's the hard part, for people who would watch long-running TV series, that last, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus years. You love these characters. You fall in love with these characters. You just want to know more and more about these characters. And then one day it's over. And why is it over? I want more. It's hard.
But luckily they're making a series.
But I don't think it's a continuation. I think it's a reboot. God knows why they do that. But to the point, myself, this is my third time watching the Harry Potter series. Okay?
Huh?
What do you mean, huh? This is my third time watching it. Like I said, the first time I watched it sporadically when the films were actually coming out and being released in theaters. But I didn't watch. I only watched the DVD, so it'd be like a year or two in between each film I'd see it, and I only saw the last two in the theater. The next time I watched the series, and I told this story before, was when not long after I bought these sets, and I went through and watched them, and it's okay. Now this is the first time that I've sat down and watched these films
with a child.
Well, yeah, but it's the first time I've watched them and was 100% invested in them. Really, I mean, I liked them; they were good before, but it's fun. I really got to sit down and get involved and just find myself just getting attached to all the characters. I mean, by the time we got to the end, I was touched. I was like very emotional because like she's cracking her back right now. You're as bad as your brother, but I was invested in, and like I said, I didn't want it to end either. I'd fall in love with these characters, which I didn't previously do before. So thank you for that eye-opening experience and giving me a chance to do this. I really liked it a lot. What are you doing? She's so fidgety. So, because she's getting antsy, let's get to the end points here. Never work with children and pets, as they tell you. So, did you have fun doing this? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you want to do something like this again?
Yeah.
Hopefully not be so antsy when we do it. You can sit still and focus. I had a lot of fun too. This was impromptu. It was all just, hey, let's sit there and watch this. Okay. And then, hey, let's do a video. What? Okay. And it turned into this. And I had a lot of fun doing this. And again, for me, especially to go back and rewatch these films and really, really watch them for the first time, honestly. I just saw them before, but this time I actually watched them. And it was a lot of fun. And, I will probably go back and do it again, maybe in a year or so, and kind of make it more a regular thing because I really did enjoy doing this again. So, any final thoughts on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2? Mm-mm. Any final thoughts on the entire Harry Potter series?
You better watch it.
Again, I'm sure they've probably seen it by now. Okay. There you have it. She just threatened you.
Find you.
No, she won't. She can't. She won't be able to find you. You're fine. Don't feel threatened by her. She's all talk. Anyway. Okay. So that's it for this one. Thank you for taking the journey with us. We do appreciate it. And who knows, maybe we'll find something and do this again in the future. But, so click thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave us a comment below. Let us know your thoughts on Harry Potter, the franchise Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Or just say hi. We'll always take hi. So until next time, this is Chuck and
Kara.
And we will see you on the other side.